Hello, hope everyone is well today. I'm here as a guest speaker to show you all the guide to continuing education after high school. First of all, congrats to all the high school graduates. This is the beginning, not the end, to a lifelong journey. But now that you are out of high school, what are the next steps? What should you study? For all of your questions, we have a program ready for you today, especially for our Georgia residents, but everyone should stay tuned for the great information about to be shown. So the main topics will be, what options do I have after high school? And if I have chosen college or university, how do I select a major? How do I select my college? And where do I get the money for college? Let's dig in. So you're here, you graduated high school, and now you're looking at what options you have for your next step. You have 4-year universities and colleges, which is where you earn your bachelor's degree. You have 2-year colleges, which is where you earn your associate's degree, and with this, you can continue to a 4-year college to get your bachelor's degree, or you can get a job with your associate's degree. You have the military, which is where you serve your country. You have the job force, which is where you get a job straight out of high school, but with this, you are limited to entry-level jobs only. Examples of these could be fast food services, restaurants, packaging, or delivery services. You have apprenticeships, which is where you get a 1 to 2 year program with somebody in the electricians, mechanics, carpenters, things of that sort. It's a program where you can learn through them. You have technical, career, vocational, or trade schools. This is also a 1 to 2 year program where you go to one of these schools and you earn a certificate in one of these career pathways. So, you've explored your different options for after high school and you're looking into college or university. Well, as the stats show, earning a college degree will mean more money in your future. With many different college majors, you can earn up to 3 times more than that of a high school graduate. Let's discuss this chart to see the details. The average high school graduate earns a yearly salary of $42,000 if they are male and $29,000 as a female. But as you can see in the chart, the more educated someone is, the more their salary will increase. With an associate's degree, the male's average income will be $51,000 and the female's would be $40,000. With the bachelor's, the males will be $88,000 and the females will be $59,000. And with a master's, the males will be $97,000 and the females will be $63,000. Not only does a college degree mean more money, but there's also a prestige that comes with graduating. Along with this prestige, those with a college degree are always in demand to be hired, so finding a job won't be hard. As you can see, if you choose college to continue your education, it will totally be worth it. How do I select the major? So you've decided you want to attend college after high school, but now you don't know what to major in. Don't sweat. We're here to help you. The first thing to think about when selecting a major is, what do you picture yourself as when you grow up? A firefighter, a surgeon, an engineer, even an office manager. Just think about where you want to be in the next few years. With this, explore some interests you have today and think about what is something you would enjoy doing for the rest of your life. Once you've come up with a few majors that you're interested in, you should study the demand and market value of each of them. The demand of a major is whether or not they are in need of those careers right now in the world. Things such as nurses, doctors, programmers, and teachers will always be in demand. Also, think about how each company will need an accountant, an engineer, or an information security analyst. Things of those sorts will always be in demand because every company needs them. As you can see in the image to your right, the most in-demand jobs in the U.S. right now include nurse practitioners, restaurant cooks, financial makers, and even non-farm animal caretakers. So after studying the demand and market value of your potential majors, you should look into the job outlook and opportunity of landing a job right out of college with these majors. So your job outlook is how much the demand for that job has increased or decreased in a certain time period. As you can see in your image to the left, all of these majors have positive outlooks except for humanities. This means that the need for the major is decreasing and your likelihood to get hired with this major isn't as high as others. The blue bars on this chart show your pay straight out of college with a bachelor's degree. with engineering and computer science majors towards the top and business majors not too far down. Along with all the factors we've talked about thus far, you should also consider where you want to live when you get older and if your major will provide a career for them there. Things such as marine biology or oceanographers will have a better chance of finding jobs on the coast rather than a landlocked state such as Nebraska. It's always important to consider if your job needs a specific geographic location for it to be successful. Align your interests with all the factors we've discussed and boom, a major that will land you a job right out of college that earns a salary you want and you will enjoy for the rest of your life. Yay, you've picked a major, but now you're stuck on where to attend college. Don't worry, we're here to help. A few things to think about first are the cost of college. Is the major you've selected available there? The distance away from your hometown, the requirements to get in, and the after graduation employment rate. These should be your biggest concerns when picking a college. Let's see this all laid out in a table. Let's dig into this chart. First, we have private colleges and universities. The completion time here will be 1 to 4 years depending on what degree you're earning. Then we have the costs. I want to take a pause here to explain that all the costs shown in this chart are for tuition only. It does not include room and board, parking fees, or any institutional fees that may apply. This is only tuition, your educational cost. So at private colleges, we have the $12,000 to $70,000 a year, and the degree earned at the end of the 4 years will be a bachelor's degree, but some private colleges do have programs where you can earn a certification at 1 year and an associate's degree at 2 years. The requirements to get into this private college or universities are all dependent on each individual college. So you will need to go to their website to see what minimum GPA you need and what minimum SAT or ACT score you will need. Next, we have the public college and universities. Completion time here is also 1 to 4 years, and your tuition here is $4,000 to $6,000 a year. As you can see, a big difference from the private colleges. Your degree earned at the end of the 4 years is a bachelor's degree as well, but some public colleges do have a 1-year certification or a 2-year associate's. And most state colleges' minimum GPA is a 2.0, but it is always important to check on the websites because that does differ. Also, the SAT and ACT requirements is different between each college, so make sure to check their website. Next, we have community colleges. This is a 1 to 2 year completion time with $2,000 to $4,000 a year tuition, and at the end, you will earn your associate's degree. And from here, most people do transfer to a public college or university to earn their bachelor's. Your minimum to get into here is a 2.0 GPA minimum, and the test scores is dependent on each college, so make sure you check their websites. Next, we have trade schools, also known as craft school or vocational schools. Your completion time here is 1 to 5 years. And something really surprising, you don't pay them, you get paid. So it's each year of completion that you are continuing to get your certification, you get paid more and more. At the end, you earn your certification in whichever pathway you have chosen, and to get in, all you need is a high school diploma or your GED. Similarly, you have your military college. The completion time here is 4 years because the degree earned at the end is a bachelor's degree. But the costs, you do not pay anything, you get paid. And the requirement is a high school diploma or GED. But something very important to note with the military college is that it is different from a military academy. A military academy is where you receive training to become a soldier to enter the military, while a military college is a free college basically where you can earn your bachelor's degree. And we will go way more in depth on the military college at the end of this program. In the beginning, we did state that this would be more geared for our Georgia residents. So here, we have listed some of the universities and colleges in Georgia, with the private ones in red and the public ones in black. To get more insight on each of these colleges, or to get a list of the universities in your state, be sure to use Google. After weighing all of your options, you've decided which college to go to. But now, how will I pay for this college? We have options for you. You can get scholarships, loans, attend free college, attend military college, or attend trade/craft school. Let's go into depth on each of these. First, let's discuss scholarship options available to you. If you're a student going to any college or university in the United States, I would highly recommend filling out the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid. With this, the government will give you the amount of aid they feel necessary for you to go to college. In Georgia, there are 3 main types of scholarships given through FAFSA: the Zell Miller Scholarship, the Hope Scholarship, and the Pell Grant Scholarship. The Zell Miller and Hope Scholarship are both merit-based scholarships, while the Pell Grant is a need-based scholarship. Merit-based means there's an academic requirement to it, while need-based means they look at your family's income. The Zell Miller Scholarship requires you to have a 3.7 GPA minimum, a 1200 SAT minimum, or a 26 ACT minimum. On the Hope Scholarship, they require you to have a 3.0 GPA minimum, and with the Pell Grant Scholarship, the need-based scholarships depend from year to year, so make sure you check on the FAFSA website for the year you are applying to see if you are eligible for that. Each college has their own scholarships as well. Most colleges have this program called Work Study, where they place you in a job on campus, such as the library, one of the labs, working at the stadiums during the games. Any job that they feel fit, then they will give you pay stubs every 2 weeks. These pay stubs will go directly to your tuition, and at the end of the semester, you would have paid off your tuition for that semester. And to apply for Work Study, you have to be need-based, and you have to put it on your FAFSA. And for each college, they also have their own sponsors, which provide them scholarship money. So when you're enrolling in your college, make sure you look up the college's website and your major, and to see if they have any scholarships available for you. Another scholarship option that you have is your parents' company. Many companies where your parents work usually have scholarships for them to give to their kids. They are just not as known. So you can go ask your parents, to ask their coworkers or bosses, or even check their own website, their company's website, to see if they have their scholarships available at their jobs. And if they do, what do you have to do to apply? Sometimes you have to apply a year early. Sometimes you have to submit the standardized test scores. Just see what you have to do to apply to those scholarship programs. And also, if your parent works for one of the universities, you could also get free tuition, but this depends from college to college, so make sure to check which college you're attending and if that rule applies there. Also, the next option you have is to check your local library for additional local scholarships. At each library, they always have a table full of scholarships that students, they look over them, so make sure that you go there and you pick up the papers that are needed, you fill out what is needed in time to receive those scholarships. And lastly, search Google for scholarships for your state, for your city, for your major, any specific thing about you, if you like to write, read, if you like to do videos, anything. They have scholarships for anything. And here we have a link to one of the Georgia scholarships. Another one that's not through FAFSA. This is just a private one. But when you are looking up these scholarships, I advise you to please be careful, because a lot of websites are not secure, and depending on the information you are submitting to them, it is very dangerous and they could get your private information and such. So just make sure the website you are applying to is secure, it is a well-known website, and that they are known for scholarships. After finding as many scholarships as you could, you still don't have enough money to cover the price of school. Well, that's when loans come in. Loans, unlike scholarships, must be paid back to the provider. If you take out loans, there will be 2 main sources, FAFSA and banks. As with any financial aid in college, FAFSA should be your number 1 source. When you go to FAFSA, there are 2 main types of loans, subsidized loans and unsubsidized loans. The amount you will receive for either of them is dependent on what you put on your application and what the government decides fit. With subsidized loans, this loan will not accumulate any interest until you graduate or drop out. After you graduate, they will actually give you a 6-month period where it will still not accumulate interest. After that 6-month period, the loan will start to accumulate interest. With unsubsidized loans, the loan will accumulate interest starting the day you accept the loan. So while you are still in college, the loan is still accumulating interest. If you take those two loans and it's still not enough money, the banks also have student loans, but with these loans, the higher interest rate is there. Note, federal loans have the option to be forgiven if you become a teacher or state employee of any state in the United States. Free college? Whoa, sounds too good to be true. Well, it's not. The first two links here are to those of colleges that provide their associate's degree or first-year certifications completely free tuition, free of charge. Then your last bullet point here is for those who want to become a teacher in the state of Georgia. If you plan to become a teacher, Georgia has a government program that will pay for your college now, but you must agree to teach for 4 to 7 years after. Of course, other states may have similar programs like this, but it's up to you to do your research. Now, on the third bullet point, we have something not as useful for those of high school graduates, but their friends, siblings, and people they may know. If you are still in high school or still know somebody in high school, I encourage you to let them know or for you to research Move On When Ready, more commonly known as dual enrollment. This is when a high school student as young as 10th grade can take college classes at the local community college or the local state college and receive high school and college credits. This is the easiest way to attend free college. Another option for free college would be attending military college. With military college, you attend one of these colleges and you get your 4-year bachelor's degree in one of the majors they offer. After you graduate, you must serve in the branch of the military that you went to school for 4 to 7 years depending on your field of study. The different branches of military that offer this are the Marine Corps, the Coast Guards, the Army, the Air Force, the Navy, and even the FBI has something similar with the FBI Academy. So with this, at the end of the 4 years, you are getting a bachelor's degree, but after that you must serve in the military for 4 to 7 years, depending on which branch you chose. More about craft schools. Craft schools are also known as trade schools, vocational schools, technical schools, or career schools. All of these schools train you in a specific skill set so that you will earn your certification at the end of the 1 to 5 years. They will pay you as they train you for this certification. And your pay will increase as you level up each year in this trade school until you earn your certification. So what can I go to trade school for? They have so many different skill sets you can learn, such as welding, carpentry, electricians, dental hygienists, plumbers, and many, many more. To get to know the ones near you, look up the trade schools near you and visit their websites to see what fields of study they have and what could interest you. When you are done with trade school, they give you a secure place of employment. So with this option, you are getting paid to be trained, you're increasing your pay throughout the years, and you are placed in a job straight out of trade school, all of no cost. Wow, we've made it to the end. I hope you're not feeling lost on what to do after high school anymore, whether it's go to university, attend military college, or attend a trade school. I hope you've picked up a few things from this video and you're able to figure out what you want to do with the rest of your life. For more informational videos like this, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.